Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Nadirah binti Syamuddin and my friend
Muhammad Awidin bin Yatim,
Nora Fiza binti Muhammad Nazri,
Muzaffar bin Ahmad,
Dolawina binti Muhammad Zayed.
we are from group 1 to present about Al-Wakalah.
In this video, we will present about what is Al-Wakalah, the product, the application, and the arise issue.
I will explain the introduction of Al-Wakalah and the product that use concept of Al-Wakalah. For introduction, Al-Wakalah is a contract of agency in which a person delegates his business to another and substitute the other person in his place. In Al-Wakalah contract, the principle of muwakil appoints the agent or wakil to undertake transaction on his behalf. That the principal does not have the time, the knowledge, or appetite to perform themselves. The person delegate is called wakil or agent, whose fundamental obligation is to provide his skill towards the betterment of assigned job. There are two types of wakalah, which are wakalah mutlakah or known as unlimited agency. Wakalah mutlakah is a contract that not restrict to any condition except for those that are permitted in Islam and not confined to time limit. The second type is wakalah muqayyadah, or the other name is limited agency. It is a contract that is restricted or confined with certain conditions that are bound by special time limit. To begin with, an agency that use concept Al-Wakalah in their product, which is Citibank Berhad. Citibank Berhad has become first financial institution in Malaysia and the ASEAN Pacific area to introduce a novel Sharia compliant saving account based on the Wakalah idea. It means they combine saving return with unrivaled takaful coverage. This newly upgraded Islamic banking deposit product, branded as Citibank Guard Saving Account I, includes critical sickness insurance, which is not offered by other saving account on the market. In addition, Citibank Guard Savings Account I prudently invests savings account funds in Sharia compliant activities in an effective manner. It making their money work harder for them by creating an account based on the Wakalah principle. Then, Citibank Berhad pays them expected minimum return on any remaining amount in their accounts. Account holder may also be eligible for hibah based on their average monthly amount. Furthermore, they also look what customer desire and their current taste before developing this product. Our client survey revealed a growing tendency among consumers who sought benefits that would last them till retirement. But if their lifestyle requirements were not jeopardized, they believe this account has a successful strategy combining the Wakalah concept. Lastly is the features and benefits of the Citibank Guard saving account to all people. Firstly, it matched a study finding that respondents claim they save for retirement, children education, and to meet their lifestyle requirements. The critical illness takaful coverage gives consumer future peace of mind in the event that their savings are depleted due to catastrophic disease, and the appealing presents are supposed to add excitement to the experience.
Today I will present about one of Al-Wakalah application in Malaysia. There are many daily activities or business activities in Malaysia that apply the concept of Al-Wakalah. As is well known, Al-Wakalah is a principle of Islamic muamalat where there are several parties who need each other who cooperate in an agreement. One of the Al-Wakalah applications available in Malaysia is the franchise system. A franchise is a form of marketing or distribution which a franchisor company called a franchisor grants permission, rights or privilege to an individual or company known as a franchisee to carry on business activities using the franchisee name tag according to a specified procedure within a specified period and the specified location. The franchise is said to have started in Europe and developed in the United States over 100 years ago. The word franchise comes from the French word franco, which means freedom. From a legal point of view, in the Franchise Act 1998, amended 2012, a franchise is a written or oral contract whether expressed or implied that occurs between two or more persons, where the franchisor gives the franchisee the right to operate the business according to the franchise system specified by the franchisor for a period of time which has been set. We can say that the franchise system is a system that applies the principle of Al-Wakalah because the franchise system has covered every process that has been placed in Al-Wakalah, where a person, franchisor, delegates a responsibility to another party, a franchisee, in a certain period of time with a clear agreement and agreed by the relevant party, which is a contract. There are many franchise businesses in Malaysia such as McDonald's, Burger King, 7-Eleven and many more. This franchise system is an alternative that franchises do to further expand their business with the cooperation of franchisees. Franchise business is also an approach that paves the way for a party to venture into business. It covers all types of network businesses that meet the basic features of 3S, namely system, specialization and standardization. In a franchise system, economically, the franchisor and the franchisee are interdependent with each other even though they are two different parties. There are two different entities. Franchisees need to ensure that franchisees have been provided with the expertise of running a business through training and the preparation of comprehensive operating manuals. These two parties will jointly control the quality of goods and operating procedures to maintain the good name of the trademark. The Al-Wakalah principle applied in this franchise system has many positive effects, and one of them is that it can generate more cooperation from many parties and ensure that an agreement is clear. Since the development of the franchise system in Malaysia in May 1995, this system has provided many opportunities for Malaysian entrepreneurs to venture into business. Franchise entrepreneurs need to take advantage of the platform because in business, collaboration is important to remain competitive in the local and international markets. Okay, that's all from me. I will pass to next person.
Application in Al-Wakalah. First, letter of credit. Letter of credit is settlement in international trade facilities of Islamic trade, and it is available in all Islamic banks in Malaysia. The Al-Wakalah facility is offered to the customer when he wants to use his money to pay the sellers or beneficiaries, and the customer need to pay deposit to the bank for the goods that they bought, which is imported goods. Second, the bank will be forward letter of credit to the agent bank for advising bank or negotiating bank in the beneficiary locality. Then, after the original copy of letter of credit already given to the beneficiary and they are satisfied about it, he will be shipping the goods, and that at the end, the shipping documents will be given to the bank. Application Number 2 is investment. According to BNM, Bank Mega Malaysia, Wakalah Bil Istimar is a form of Wakalah contract for entity investment. It is an agreement which the account holder appoint the bank as an agent for the investment of the account holder's sum of money that deposit at first, and any sum of money subsequently deposit with the bank by time. Provide the agency Wakalah service against specific funds and management fees. These fees are typically pre-agreed and not vary with the profit or loss associated with the managed fund. Next, the expected profit rates for account holders is indicated by the bank with an agreed period of investment.
Every theory, concept, or fact that used in a daily activity for smoothness or utilized in life is sure to become a rights issue to certify the various angle of opinion and dissatisfaction on that arise to be repaired or modified. In the Al-Wakalah also have a rights issue that make people confused that needs to give attention.
So today, I will talk about issue that arise on this product. First, wakaf fund, cash wakaf and legal impediment. In the Malaysian context, for example, it is still unclear if the application of cash wakaf would infringe of any restriction in the state's wakaf statute or otherwise. The SRC will be the sole trustee of wakaf according to the state's rule. The question is whether the takaful operator is a legitimate trustee under local regulation. The fund's life duration as a separate entity as a wakaf fund, it is still debatable according to local law in the country. In addition, many countries have their own trustee law, which are largely based on common law concept. Because the wakaf fund is a trust fund, it is likely that the trustee law will apply to as well. As a result, there may be inconsistencies between common law norms and Sharia principles. Furthermore, the Wakalah wakaf structure necessitates the shareholder's execution of a wakaf deed. The legal standing of the deed, the jurisdiction of this execution, and the tax implication of such a deed may all be raised by this wakaf deed. Second is legal entity of wakaf fund, of the wakaf fund, Sharia and legal perspective. The fundamental nature of the wakaf, according to tradition is that once it is established, ownership passes to Allah to be used for the benefits of mankind. That is how wakaf is irrevocable and eternal, because Allah is the owner. As a result, the wakaf fund is not owned by the participants or shareholder who created it. The wakaf fund is not owned by the shareholder or the participant. However, the takaful operator could be appointed as a trustee or agent to administer the fund for the benefits of the society by the shareholder and benefactor. It is not obvious whether the Wakalah wakaf fund must be registered under any trust fund or applicable law in the Wakalah wakaf paradigm. It is a validity if it is to be registered could still be disputed as a violation of the state's jurisdiction. What happened to the wakaf fund if the takaful operator goes bankrupt for some reason?
Next is surplus fund, tax and reinsurance of the wakaf funds. Because the wakaf fund is dedicated to the participants, here is currently no clear rule governing the distribution procedure of the wakaf funds in the case of the surplus. It is worth emphasizing that under the Wakalah wakaf model, ownership resides with the goods, setting the invention of the system of the distribution. The insurance issue continue to be a barrier in the industry. A lack of Sharia compliant reinsurance companies continue to be a barrier in the sector. Because the wakaf fund is a sec fund controlled by the creator, it is unclear if the wakaf fund might be included in the reinsurance operation, which is still important as a risk management mechanics in the takaful industry. According to Cizakca, the wakaf fund can be invested, rent out, lend and mortgage based on the notion of estate-like, It is also worth noting that if the wakaf fund is correctly invested, it can be done without reinsurance. Finally, is Sharia an ethical issue in modified wakalah model with a tabaru concept? Al-Wakalah is a noun of word wakalah, which is the bank act as an agent on behalf of the buyer or applicant. That means a contract of agency where a person delegates his right or business to be a second party to act as his representation in a financial transaction. Customers have to pay for fee or commission under the concept of ujwal umulah, while tabaru can have a various of connotating including contribution, gift, donation or charity. In the technical term, it is a unilateral declaration of the purpose, which is a contract of a specific character under the Islamic commercial law. But there was made a different current practice and modified to be the wakalah model. A donor or a participant can be entitled to the claim in the case of misfortune. As a result, it becomes a major point of contention among the Sharia scholars as to who actually own the money, whether it is owned by the participants, the agent takaful or bank, or for the birth party. According to Yusuf Qaradawi, one of the top scholars in the modern period, in order for tabaru base of the takaful to be the legitimate, the member who contributes for the tabaru should not be entitled to be a predetermined amount in the event of an unforeseen calamity. Rather, he will be compensated for his loss or a portion of it, depending on the ability of the pool fund. After making tabaru, one has cheated position of the item and should not expect any fixed quantity of the gain of the return from it. This issue has been a great debate among the Sharia scholars until now.